Well, much of the country waiting to thaw out as the start of the new year is bringing a January freeze, blasting much of the country. But it's the freezing weather causing hiccups along major waterways and threatening an already vulnerable winter wheat crop in the plains. U.S. Army Corps of Engineers in Illinois telling Ag Day that 5 of the 8 locks along the Illinois River are seeing tow reductions due to ice on the river and along the locks. All locks from Dresden Island down are experiencing significant ice issues, some even unprecedented. Army Corps of Engineers says ice conditions at Marseilles Lock and Dam is the most severe at this point, and the pictures are proof, as you can see here. Barge operators opting to reduce to half tow at times just to get through, and it's creating longer wait times for goods traveling the waterway. But it's more than just barge traffic impacted by the freezing weather this week. Early estimates shows a quarter to a third of the winter wheat crop possibly seeing winter kill, and winter is far from over.
It has certainly been a disappointing start to the snowpack season, not just in California, but for much of the western United States.
California's Department of Water Resources makes the trek to various spots on the mountains to gauge snowpack each year. The first survey of the season is set for Wednesday, but U.S. Department of Agriculture meteorologist Brad Rippey says there may not be much snow to measure this year.
If you look at the mid-December numbers, we have seen only 2 inches of liquid accumulate in the snowpack in the Sierra Nevada, and that's about 1/3 of average for this time of year.
It's not just the Sierra Nevada mountains lacking fresh powder.
It is a very difficult start from the Sierra Nevada and the Central Rockies southward. We've seen virtually no snow accumulate so far this season. The Southern Rockies are bare or almost so. And so really for the southern half to 2/3 of the western United States, it's been a very tough start to the snowpack season, and there's a lot of ground to make up as we head forward from here.
The latest drought monitor shows dry conditions consuming nearly 45% of the U.S., a stereotypical sign of La Niña.
And that is the south, really the entire southern part of the United States has been warm and dry. We've seen some shots of cold across the north and a few periods of snow. So we've had a more typical, a more normal La Niña so far this winter.
Rippey says this is the second consecutive year where La Niña has appeared across the equatorial Pacific.
It's important to note that every La Niña comes with a different flavor. And last year there were other things going on in the atmosphere that seemed to overrule the fact that we had La Niña going on.
But this year, La Niña's true colors are popping out, and Rippey expects drought to not only intensify, but expand across a large swath of the country.
There's no reason to believe that shouldn't continue across broad sections of the central and southern United States over the next several months.
Short-term meteorologists expect the cold that's gripping much of the plains, Midwest, South, and East to stick around through the end of the week, which could come at the cost of crops like winter wheat.
Given the La Niña signal and the warm, dry conditions that we have seen to this point across the central and southern Great Plains is the concern for the health of the winter wheat crop. During La Niña years, we do tend to see very high abandonment with winter wheat, with U.S. winter wheat, and that's largely due to adverse conditions across the Great Plains.
Reports already showing that snow-barren wheat fields are showing damage with widespread winter kill across Colorado, Kansas, and Oklahoma.
As far as the hard red winter wheat belt is concerned, the plains, we think about a quarter of the crop saw some damage, or at least temperatures were cold enough to cause some damage across about a quarter of the belt, mainly in Kansas, but also across parts of eastern Colorado, far northwestern Oklahoma.
Now, Tapley also telling Ag Day that the next cold snap is shaping up for later this week and is aimed for the Midwest, and damage to the soft red wheat crop in southern Illinois, southwest Indiana, as well as Missouri could be even more severe. But the extent of the winter wheat damage will be unknown until the crop breaks dormancy 4 to 8 weeks from now.